Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? I found out what I'm sick with. Ooh, is it interesting? Like, did you actually learn anything, or is it a good thing? I have one of the flavors of COVID. Oh, hmm. Hopefully that's not too bad. It doesn't get too bad. Um, we are working on the game hall again. I've done some things since yesterday's stream, which I will run you through it in a second. Let me clear my inventory first. So first of all, I've already added 2 guides in here, so we now have one on both sides that is functional, right? Oh, it's just called Razorblade COVID. At least this term, the term for this one. Okay, hopefully it doesn't get too bad, right? So we have this thing, and then I put some mood lighting in here, put some central tables in here, and I've got everything functioning and hooked up, right? So everything is functioning. If we go backstage, which I still need to figure out a way to do this properly, we have power. So we brought in power last time, and now I've hooked up a bit of a chain conveyor setup that we can then use to fill up these faults that need to be filled up, right? I think there is another one that we need to fill up here. We need to... So one thing that we do need to do is bring this stuff over to there, and then fill up this fault as well with some rewards. So we need to bring that over to here to get this guy working. And this we don't really need to do anything about. This is still functioning as it should. So that's something we still need to do that we'll do today. And then what I also want to do is start working on the payout system, which is going to be in here. I want each booth to have a system to either buy tokens or sell them back to the casino to pay out for your chips, basically. And that's the plan for today. If we have more time, I kind of want to start working on 2 games in here. One, I want to get that blackjack in, which I think might work good on this side over here. And then I want to do stat poker as well, which is an inspiration from Hermitcraft, of course. So yeah, we'll be taking the Hermitcraft game and turning it into a Create-based game as well. Kind of just want to grab all of these. If you guys have any questions about this, let me know as we go, because I feel like I want to kind of lock in. This is a large square, so technically I could do this and slash replace air. We could do the same over here while we're doing it. get that back in here before I forget. Oh, and I do need to change up the pressure plates over here as well. Probably gonna just turn them into whatever the floor is. Okay, let's do /fill with create granite pillars. Good. I have to clean it up a little bit here and there, but that will do fine. Right. Okay. That's good. I just need to dig under here. Okay, that's that done as well. I don't really have an idea for the side rooms just yet, so I'll wait with that until we're done over here. Okay. Righty. Let's do the things that I know how to do first, so that those are just done with, taken care of. How much is that? 1, 2, 3. Although I do need to figure out the level. 1, 2, 3 should be that one. Chain. Will I make it over there? Yes, I do. Though I do not like. No, that won't be too bad. Just want to avoid them being able to see packages swinging over all the time. You. Right there. And that is it, I think. Oh no, I need to set up a system too. Oh. That wasn't the plan. Wait, what happened? Okay, how did that happen? Is it because there's a... Oh, there's a gap over here. Of course there is. Of course there is. Right, that's better. Now let's check the front as well. Okay, good. Good. Right, let's see. Oh, remember, help me remember, or remind me that I still need to put those pressure plates back. Why are we not turning? Oh, that's why. Never mind. Just me being stupid. There we go. Belt going this direction. Extend it until we're in line with this guy. Of course. Oh, of course. That. Good. Good. Oh, I'm gonna filter this out because I only want diamonds, or in our case, tokens to go that way. And then we'll just throw out the eggs. Ingredients. Eggs, slime. Hello, Rachel. Just like that. And then we need to power this. Whenever you're in a rush, you're a scrambled egg. Sure. Okay, so that works. Good. Just what the server needed, gambling. What randomizer? TK. What are we thinking about? What randomizer do we want to know about? Because there's plenty of randomizers you can make within the game. You have 3-digit randomizers. You've got all the way up to 15 if you wanted to. In Create, you could possibly make like anywhere up to 27 in different games use. Most of the time. So what I do over here, is it gambling? I don't know if I would call it gambling in that sense, because this is not really randomized, because you press a button for every wheel. So technically you could say it's skill based. This is random because it's a chicken. I have not calculated anything. This guy is the randomizer. And then over here, it's also kind of a skill game. So casino is maybe a wrong word for this, but yeah. There's no randomizers within the game hall just yet. I'm gonna put one in eventually as I make the stat poker thing. But yeah, that'll make sense in a second. Okay, that's that. Wait, so those are now all hooked up, right? Yeah. Good. Good. I don't think I need to do anything anymore behind the scenes. I'll leave that hole open for now, but we'll see. So let's start paying out the system, or start a payout system. I want a store clerk in every booth, right? And we'll have to figure out a way to make things. It is just a fun house right now. I would call. I'd say game hall would be a better description, right? Is there something sub-exclusive on the Discord? In my Discord, not yet. For the same reason I don't do I don't give out schematics and stuff. No. How would I do this though? So if I do that, technically only need one output. What we could do is have this be like a you know how in casinos you have like the bars? that kind of take away from everyone, separate the clerks from the players, so we could do something along this line. But then again, you would have to be able to interact, so we would have to have a little hole, which is fine, I think. It serves its purpose. Then we do this. And if we turn these two into barrels, we could use that as an output. Right? Doesn't look as good, but we could do that. We could also do a depot if we wanted to. Like, we could put a depot in here, technically. Depots are over here. You could do depot here. Which kind of works. Then I just need to bring over... so if I do depot here, we need to get you underneath, because that's the only way I found to do depots correctly. Let me just make some space real quick. Okay. Stock ticker is gonna be right here, I think. Seat right there. Stock link goes on the back over here. And then we just need a way to move items from here to there. The question is that gonna take it up or not? So this one output, this one goes in. Let's say we put in come on, what can we put in? Let's do that. You right. Let's destroy you for a second. I just want to see that works. And then if I put a motor on there, yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. That's not gonna do the trick. How could we do this? How could we do this? That's a good question, actually. Shoots on a fan. I mean, yeah. Depot trick. Yes, but that would make this look a whole lot uglier, because you would have like this setup, right? Which I don't know if I want to do that. If I do shoots, right? Like that. With a fan. I am curious if this works or not. Let's do this. I feel like in creative, you should not have to wear goggles to see information. I feel like that is something that Create needs to fix. Right? Okay, that works. That works. Flash wand. I should have done this earlier, but let's replace stone with air / replace dirt with air. I think that's about it, right? Yeah, the rest I can do by hand. Okay, let's see. Now we need to do this 3 more times. Hello, Ghost Lab. Welcome in. How you doing? How are you doing? Wait, give me a second. Right there. I'm good. I'm good. Doing well. I'm doing well. Go. Belt. Packager goes there. Funnel. And then we do chain drive like that. And that should work. Backsies. What you're doing right now, we're doing the payout system. So whenever players return, right, and they want to sell back their tokens or they want to buy tokens, they're going to do it over here. They're going to do it over here. That's the plan. Gonna have to figure out where these go. So might as well dig down from the top. Hello, Andrea. Welcome in. I was gonna say, do you really need 4 stock takers? Then I realized each stock taker keeper needs one. Yes, and I know I'm not gonna need all of them, but I feel like it'll look better when I have 4 people at like a till, basically. So yeah. Collect from 4 spots. Yeah, I figured out how to do that real quickly. yesterday, or somebody told me how to do that real quickly. I'll explain to you in a second. But now I need to get that. That. Which then results in one hole here, one hole here. You. Hear me out. Have one, and the other registers are just gonna be closed down for maintenance due to lack of staff. No, I want them all to be functioning. So if people do come in at the same time, they can use two. What games are in here? For now, we have coin pushers right here. We have slot machines on this side of the wall, and then we have the chicken game. I'm gonna make posters that are like just smaller. Think of it as the poster is gonna fill this green square in the middle so that the border just lights up. And same over here. Or at least I'm gonna attempt to do that. But that's what we have so far. I keep losing my bearings. I need to get you guys. Go. 1, 2. There we go. So that should be all unless... Oh yeah, no, I do have to link up everything. Boom. There. And there. Will you close the store at night? Give employees a break? No. What do you think I am? A nice person? We're here to make profit. Okay, but hear me out. The house always wins. Exactly. Hello, Apple. There you go. I mean, if the store opens half the time. Yeah, but if I stay open at night, people will come in and stay. Because they'll lose track of time. So why would I close if people just could stay longer? Just saying, right? Just saying. Yeah, they're gonna change shifts. True. Okay, so those are functional, except for the fact that they don't have power, which I think if I go through here, might as well make myself a hallway. Eggs, I made the Easter egg. Fun. That's fun. let's go straight here. But I have another problem. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Okay, so we come out over here, which is great. That's what we wanted. Grab you. All the way back. Grab you. Slash replace air. Boom. Hallway. We're not spoilering a Wordle because the mods Discord decided. Oh. Well, yeah, it happens. Okay, and then I will probably do the same. Oh, never mind. So look at that. Just as one wanted. A hallway. Okay, now we need to get power over there. And I would love to have a chain conveyor as well. So let's bring chain conveyors over here, I guess. This one here, and we'll have one right there. No, doesn't look good. That's gonna be too steep. Chain. And then we'll have another one at the end of the hallway. This one is mostly for like logistics, moving items back and forward. Too far apart. I know we have different settings set on the server. I don't know exactly what they are though. Just a block. Okay. So what I want to do is, one, we can take out the profits from the stock tickers with whatchamacallit, with funnels. So might as well do that. Collect them in this central system, right? So if we go central, that means I would do a fault most of the time. Something in my eye. What's an eyelash? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. You should probably ask config so I can make stuff. I mean, no, I'll edit it on the fly. I'll edit it on the fly. It's fine. Okay, so that... I don't think I'll make it, really. That's 1, 2, 3, 5. Nope, I will make it. I'll make it. Let's take out these parts as well. The escape room needs to auto reset itself, but how do I auto reset valves and analog levers? You don't. They're analog for a reason. But yeah, you could break and replace them, but that wouldn't like fix the rotation. That wouldn't fix the rotation. Okay, so that's that. That's our central collection. Boom. And so all the tokens, right? All the tokens we have from this point, we're going to send back over there. Which, how do I do that? How do I only get rid of the tokens in this system? Try deployer. Smart shoots, yeah, that's what I've been thinking. Just have like a barrel sitting here. That filters out all the tokens. What's up, guy? What's cracking? The sky is up, and usually glass is cracking, but in this case, we are building a game hall. So, yeah. Okay, do that. This is going to continue to go deeper and deeper as I go. Which is not the worst, but hey. Game, nice, yes. Probably should get rid of that. Okay, so that is that, and then I need to figure out a way to automatically make that send stuff when there's stuff in here, which technically should be fairly easy, because we could do this, but we want to pulse it if there's stuff in there, so we do want to add this guy. Now that it's pulsing, brain, come on, brain. Do that. So now if let's break that for a second. If I do that, yes. So if somebody buys in, puts in more than one frog can handle, one package can handle, it'll keep pulsing until it's empty. If it doesn't work with analog levers, I'd suggest trying a different system that is resettable. Okay, so that's that. Now we could technically do like a double one for diamonds. Although, here's the thing. We're gonna always want to have diamonds in these systems, right? So how do I do that? Factory gauges? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I would add a second one. What do you think about barrels instead of the levers? It depends on what the levers need to do. It really depends on what they need to do. So if we do a second packager, right? Because these will be connected to a different system. No, that won't work. Because I can't put a frog on that. Although, no, wait, I can. It'll be stupid, but I can. Okay. It's gonna get very clunky real quick. Because what we could do, right, is put that guy over there. Have another set. First of all, we need to provide power to those, but do this again. Give me a second. I want to figure this out first, and then I'll read your messages. This one didn't get power, I see. Same with this one. Not sloppy on these ones. Okay, then we do. I want to figure out the first one first. If I do frog here. Right, package is going to write up. And be processed by that one. I'm gonna set up a frog port over here that does diamonds. So this is gonna be send only. Docklink. Okay. And this is also gonna be connected to this guy over here. Because this is where I'll send the whatchamacallit. This is where all the tokens will be stored. So I'm gonna have two of these. I'm gonna do one that's called token storage. That's our receiving end. And this one will be our sending end. This will be called diamond storage, but that's not really necessary. This is going to be called stall 1. Let's put a space in there. Got 10 classes tomorrow. Ooh, that's a hefty day. It's not good to be a user. Blessings come from being a giver, not a taker. Ooh, interesting. There you go. There you go. Start at 9 and at 18. Well, good luck. That's all I can say. You know what? No, let's... I need to get power to these first before I do anything. How am I gonna do this? Let's see if this would work. Wait. Oh, it's not that I didn't give them power, I deleted these. Right. Let's put them back in. Okay, that should now be better. Wait, I missed something? What did you miss? Oh, classes. Okay, we can easily check if these are correct by, again, my goggles. If this, again, I want to preface this. This should be a create thing where if you're in creative, you shouldn't be putting on goggles to do stuff like this. Oh, wait, that's not good. Huh. Right, that is okay then. Hello, Tammy. Welcome in. I'm doing well. We're trying to figure out some intricacies, you know, as always, as one does. Okay, and then we'll do the same over here.
Hi, eggs.
Hello, it's Games. Is that? I'll just call you Games, I guess.
That's works. How are you?
I'm doing well. I am doing well.
Good.
Okay, let's do that. Moving upwards, which is what we want. Boom, boom. So, we have stall 1, stall 2, And then we'll have 3 here. So 3. So 4. Very good. Can we talk? Can we not curse in chat, please? Just trying to be nice, you know. Let's see. Let's put some slime balls in here. Just a little bit. Whoa. Okay. This is not gonna be enough, but we'll go to like 10k ish. Just leave that be there. I don't want the vault to be full though. 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. Okay, now let's do the same with our diamonds. Although we could, I feel like diamonds, we should be able to just brute force our way. Oh wait, no, we're not. We shouldn't be doing that, should we? We should be filtering these. Boom. Just gonna send it out now. I don't know where these are going. I don't know where they're going, but it's fine. So now diamonds should stay in there. Okay. So what I want to do here is on these guys, and I just realized that we might not have enough space for this if I continue this, because I don't think I can place them on both insides. So I might have to resort to some creative editing of the booth. Okay, let's see. Go gauges. Where you at? There. A slime ball and a diamond. Can I? If I do that, can I? No. Okay. So slime, diamond, diamond. Tall 1, tall 1, and then we set that to 4 stacks. 2. Stall 2. Why are you suddenly taking it from there? Huh. Don't put the stock click on there. Oh. Good. Wait, then I can keep them at the back though. Then I can put them on here. So I don't need to alter my floor. Oh. 2. Stall 2. And I feel like I feel like having 4 stacks in each of these will be fine. Right? I don't think people are gonna buy more than 4 stacks each time they're coming in. Right? Is it 1-to-1? Yeah. That's the plan at least. You probably don't even need a stack. Yeah, I know, but it's better to be like Chosen will come in here and buy the lot. He's got the money for it, so might as well, right? Oh wait, no, that's wait, what is that 4? That is 4, yes. 3. All 3. Yeah. So now I can come in here. Honestly, I think I might change these out as well for the brass ones, because I feel like that might look better. But now it's time for us to put in our little office workers. You get to go right there. We need a brass depot. I don't know. Right, let's do this. Why do we not have no packages linked? Huh. Strange. So we do 1. Boom. Boom. Oh, my bad. My bad. I do want to mirror everything, so we need diamonds to go to get against that wall. You got a waifu? There you go. I like that. Every time I use that camera, you guys get a glimpse of what I'm listening to. I like it. Let's try and fix that missing stock link for some reason. Eggs, somebody's yelling my name. Can we get Sapphire by Ed Sheeran? I'm not the biggest Ed Sheeran fan. Like I'll listen to it when it comes on, but I don't know. Not my preferred listen, you know? Right, now it's just 1-to-1. So now we literally take these and switch them around. Yeah. Do I force them to buy a stack, or do I do I force them to buy a stack or like a half stack? Like 32? 16 in my opinion. We could do one, so one on this side where they can buy just one, and then on this side we could do 16. Or we could do 1, 8, 16, 16 and 32. No, let's do 8, 16, 32, and 64. Works? Yeah. Let's do 8 of these. Boom. Wrong side. 8 of these. 8 of these. Yeah. What would be good to block for a barrel? A good block for a barrel to fill for the redstone signals. If you do non, there is a system how you can do it with non-stackable items, which is fairly easy to keep hold of. So if you do that, and if you have a non-stackable item like a wooden sword or a shovel, what you can do is go 1 is one redstone signal, 2 is 2, and from that point on you add 2 every time. So this would be 3, this would be 4, this would be 5, this would be 6, and so on, until your entire barrel is full, and a full barrel would be 15. So this would be 14. That's how it's a lot easier to do it. But then you will need a lot of either swords, shovels, whatever. You should change the factory gauges for that now. For what? For what? Why would I need to change the factory gauges? $16. So you don't need to keep the 4 stacks. No, I'll keep it at 4. I can always change it later, but we'll do that. $16. Also means you need 16 stacks of diamonds just to keep this stocked. Yeah. You think I'm poor? You gotta make investments to become rich, you know? Gotta make investments. 16 stacks is a lot. Let's, after we're done, let's go and check how many diamonds I have. We can adjust accordingly. Okay. Honestly, pretty good. That's not even 2 stacks of blocks. Yeah. Hey, I missed stream and the start of this one. So last stream we did a lot over here, right? This is now entirely functional. The slime balls are going to be the tokens in which they play with, right? So when they come in, they will have to buy tokens, slime balls, and play the games. And then when they go out, they can sell the slime balls again for diamonds, right? What if they bring? They'll be named. Never. Don't worry, they'll be named. Also, that's kind of like the how do you say that? You kind of just don't want to do that if you're on the server, right? What's the point since it's 1-to-1? We can change the ratios, but I kind of just let me do my thing, chat. Just let me do my thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want that to be a lot more on the flatter side. So why don't we grab you? Yeah, that's better. Through. Even better to use dirt than lol. Nah. Okay. I do like the vibe of this. I know it's still all orange wool, but this just coming in here, have like a grand hall, and then going into the game hall is kind of fun. Why slime balls specifically? Because they're easy to make. And they kind of look like a coin. Needs a fountain. Well, we could do a fountain, right? Like here, like right in the middle. We could do a fountain. We do have to keep in mind. I'll keep it in mind, but we do have to fit. Or we could do. We could make the chance games, the poker games in a different hall. Sunflowers, yeah, but Beardy is already using sunflowers for his coins. Heavy cores. Imagine. I don't think I'll see a lot of them back then. Dandelions, those don't look like coins. They have a stem to them. They could. Why not use the same? Because they could buy them from Mr. Beerstone. That's the point. No, I'm not gonna give Mr. Beerstone money. He's already taken enough money from me. Okay, so that is gonna be another wall, right? I have decided to put the poker games, so blackjack and stuff, in the basement over here. But that's gonna be for future endeavors. But that's over there. You'll have to have a dealer with you to play. Oh, so you will be, yeah, but it won't be automated. You'll have to have a dealer with you, which could either be me or could be anyone else on the server. AI dealer? No. Just a third-party player that's willing to not play. Or play for the house, basically. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. You can hire someone. I could also just say, hey, if you want to guys want to have fun, you can. Just be nice to each other and play fairly. No need to make it more complicated. So that's gonna be big enough, right? For a what should we call it? Fountain. That it's cool, isn't it? That thing turns as well. It's off right now, but we can make it turn. There you go. Here we go. Oh, wait, I have a better idea. It's quite dark in here, so I will grab a torch so you guys can see what I'm doing. If only the shaft and the cog rotated. I kind of like that it just rotates. Because that is the windmill. So you see that it's wool, which rotates these guys on top. So yeah. Fulbright. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of Fulbright. I've said this before, but not the biggest fan of Fulbright. I don't like how it makes my game look. The problem I'm having, either we... Oh wait, no, this is not a problem. This ain't a problem. We do this, right? We make this like the first basin. How can I make this look good? La Boule, which number 9 roulette. We could do number 9 roulette, yeah. So that would be first basin. Then I need something I can waterlog in there. Also need, I mean, this doesn't have to be good. So it's mostly that I need this to have we can change all the textures later. For now, I'm just figuring things out. So we do that. We'll have to make that a copper pipe for some reason, because you can't encase these for some reason. So we make this a copper one so we can encase it. It's gonna make that copper, but it's fine. Then we do copper all the way around, because right now I need a pump. We can though grab power from here somewhere, so that's good. Even better is that we could technically change this guy out for, or replace that guy, and have you go there, there, and then that is gonna power our... I made a casino game I like to share with you, but I know how to purchase heat. You can put it in the Discord, in my Discord. I'll have a look at it later. Let's do... we do that. Sure. That. That. Schematic, world download. Just post a picture in it, of it, and like explain what it is, what it does, before doing a schematic. If I need a schematic, I'll ask you. But I'm not the biggest fan of like just taking someone's build. So most of the time, if somebody has an idea that I like, I will try and make it my own, while still giving them credit. Because, yeah, you know, I feel like that's fair. Okay, so that should... Wait, are we not? Oh, right. See, I don't like that. Have you removed Axiom? I have. I didn't like it. Wasn't my kind of mod. Fix the water, grr. What do I need to fix? Oh, here. There's something missing. The problem is, if I put something on here, it needs to be waterloggable, right? Why are fountains so hard to make look good? Because water is a mess in the game. Water is an outright mess to make look, to try and figure out within the game. We need light. So I'm thinking of taking like this one and putting some sea lanterns in there. It's just the water makes it look ugly. I don't like it. Is there an entry fee? You gotta tip the clerks to go in. Do you know how to make it so that you put an item in a barrel that equals to 1 redstone strength? Isn't it just 1 shovel? If you put in 1 shovel, you should have 1 strength. I don't know how to make this look good, chat. But I want it that it's like 15 items equals 15 redstone strength. That's not how it works. That's not how redstone works. It's a bit better. It's not as bulky, but still don't love it. Oh, we have a raid. Hello, raiders. See you again. Chat, you're gonna be on screen. Chat, you're on screen. Start typing. Hello, it's me again. Thank you, Hero Pixels, for the raid. Welcome in. How are you doing? How are you guys doing? What were you up to? What were you up to? I'm Eggs. I play on the Just Create server, which means that I need to do fun things with Create. We're trying to make a casino, and at this point exactly we're trying to make a fountain look good, but that's very difficult since Minecraft water physics are kind of ruining our chances. Trying to design a small cathedral church thing for the nether portal. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. I had another idea, chat. What if... Unfortunately, it's not possible, but lecterns do a similar thing. Yes, lecterns would do a similar thing. But I don't know if that's what you need. Interesting. interesting. And then if I could, instead of having this one be a light source. Good looking though? Yeah, that's the question. You put light sources in here. Right? And then of course we'll have a light shaft up here. But first things first, we want to see how this looks with water in it. See, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. It's just that it's I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, we could even go a step further and add small cogs to it. Right? Can we not? No, that just breaks the entire flow of water. Nothing goes my way, chat. Nothing's going my way. Because I thought maybe having small cogs on the sides would make it even more interesting. Give us a little more shape to it as well. Nope. Not convinced. Do we add a second tier to it? Don't really like the cogs on the side. These ones? Kind of do though. What's something else that we could do? We do need a pipe running through the middle, so that's kind of set in stone. That's kind of set in stone. The question is, how do we make it look good? Try making a bowl in the middle. Yeah, I tried. The problem is there's no real good way to have a bowl. Okay. What we could try is have this guy come out. Because we need to fill the bowl as well, right? Is there an entry fee? No. This is just shape-wise, right? Nothing. I can always change things, but if we do stairs to make a bowl, then we cut out the corners, put a bite in there, It's so bulky though. It's so thick. That's better, but still quite bulky. What if a slab between stairs? But then water is not gonna flow naturally, right? You know that, right? We're gonna have to waterlog the stairs. Which I don't know if we'll see what happens, but then we do a second bowl on top, which usually is the case, right? This is gonna be pretty big, but although we don't need it to be this big though. We could do that. But then same problem, right? How do we make it leak water? How do we make it leak? Waterlog the stairs? That's not gonna look good. It's also not gonna make sense physically. Worth a shot? We can try it. But then I don't really need a pump. I want to be able to turn it on and off. See what happens if I do this. Yeah, it just fills that. It's still gonna leak a little bit, but not fountain-wise. And then if I do this, kind of ugly, don't you think? Kind of ugly, don't you think? It's not gonna go straight because it doesn't have restrictions. If you want to go a step further. Because I did like the cog on top. What do we think? It's a lot of water right there. There should be like a way to get rid of this water. What do we think? I mean, it's not the worst we've built. I do agree that we might have to change out the colors a little bit. Don't like how the water flows. Yeah, but I mean, at a certain point, we'll have to like just decide that it looks decent. At a certain point, we'll just have to accept the fact that Minecraft water is shit and doesn't look good. Maybe ochre. I kind of want to do, instead of this color, I kind of want to do like a white almost. But then again, I kind of want to wait until we decide what the walls are going to look like, so that I can contrast off of the walls. That's the plan. Also, I know we have some dead space over here. That's going to be fixed. I kind of want to use this though as a light fixture as well. So how can we include light in this? I like the idea of having one light source in the middle. Yeah, the tuff is temporary. Right? I like that. Copycat shaft as a light. Right here. But I don't... does it add a lot? Not really. I don't know. Oh, this is mostly because underground, yeah. See, it doesn't really add that much. And I don't want to like have to spam light everywhere. That's good though. It's subtle. And if we can change out these ones, maybe. Subtle enough, right? Shafts on the corners here? Nah. Oh, maybe what we could do is grab... just put those on the corners. It's subtle enough that it won't add too much, but look at how much light we suddenly get. I think that's the best one. And the water will have to just kind of... maybe... could put smaller chandeliers in the corner. Yeah, that's the plan. What if copycat half panel? I do that. That's not gonna be that noticeable. But that looks a lot better. Don't you think? And then we could have this be another stair, basically. Then we don't have to divide that up, because then we're using this water stream to balance, to fill up both of them. Yeah, I kind of like it. Dude, and then we look up and we see the chandelier. It kind of gives me the idea of making it out of brass as well, this entire thing. But that's going to look too extravagant, I think. Kind of sucks that I can turn it off and on and off. Yeah, I know. That also means we technically don't need this setup, but I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Gold? No, gold is too much. I feel like brass and the ochre fit together. Gold is too bright. It's too bright. Oh, I'm here now. Yes, Miss May. Yes, you're here. Late pixel raid. Yeah. So, for the walls, is there like any thing that you say we could do that for walls, or because limestone is my go-to. We all know that I love myself some good limestone. The problem is, do we want to do the entire building out of limestone or only the game halls out of limestone? Right? I like this is going to be the game hall setup for all game halls. So also the one where we poker is going to be limestone and then this. But I want this to be something different. The ochre is going to be accent colors, right? So the ochre is something that needs to stand off from on its own, basically. Like how the red pops. Yeah, the red from the ochre, that red like hue is kind of cool. But I think if you do an entire building or an entire room out of ochre, it's gonna look so much. It's gonna be too much almost. Calcite is hard to get though. Let me finish up this real quick. Because this little border is going to be what ties together the entire thing of the build. I think I have a recipe for calcite. Oh. I mean, it's going to be very white then. Wait, did I do double walls? Oh, it's because they're hidden. That's nice. And then over here we'll have, yeah. That was expected. But then again, we could also just raise this to hide the floor. Right, that's going to be where the floor sits. So, hello, Catman. Welcome in. I don't think there's one for calcite. No, you can't. You have to mine it out. You have to mine it out. Let's set up a little test area. Grab some ochre blocks. Let's do it over here. It looks pretty though, like a bank. Yeah. So my go-to would be where are you? My go-to would be limestone, which is kind of nice, but then again, it's not that big of a contrast, right? Hello, Carl. Welcome in. When will you change the wool? That's what we're trying to figure out now. What are we going to change it into? We could do andesite. Andesite might look nice. It's very busy though. Red sandstone. That's gonna be too much, I think. It's too dark. Yeah, no, that's not it. Terracottas might actually be nice. Although they're very flat. I feel anything that's red, orange, or yellow is gonna be too much. It's gonna blend in too much. It's gonna blend in too much, which is not what we want. But I also don't want it to be dark, you know? Green blocks? An entire building made out of green blocks? That's never gonna come out correctly. Mud, maybe? That's just the same color. Regular sandstone? The same problem. It's just, it blends in too much. Granite, but then we need to change out our floor. Also, I think granite is gonna be, it's gonna have the same problem. The problem with ochre is it blends in with so many blocks. Right? Again, from afar, those blend in. Pale oak. It's very white, but it might actually work out. Bone block. The bone block is pretty much the same as limestone, though. Basically just a solar color, yeah. You're gonna hate me for this, but that it's gonna be too dark though. I don't want an entire building made out of tuff, but that looks good. Tyrite Pastel, cut and the site. The cut andesite. This is cut andesite, by the way. Oh, wait a minute. I kind of like tough. I kind of like the diorite. Yeah, diorite kind of looks good. And then if you put in some regular diorite, maybe even a little bit of calcite to break it up a little more. That's kind of nice. He will never go for that. Why? Diorite's a beautiful block. I think I might actually go for this. Regular diorite. It's beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot. Just as like a little sprinkle of salt, you know? It's the same as cobblestone, right? Cobblestone also is not a primary block. It's not something that you build a house out of. But adding a little bit of cobblestone in a stone wall, makes the wall look so much better. Just add like here, right? Add like a little bit of cobblestone in here. Boom. Already better. It's already better. And then if you go a step further and add a little bit of diorite as well around the cobblestone. Right? Look at that. Diorite is the same way. You use diorite to put a little bit of texture into a wall. Okay. I'd say we go for it. We rip it. I say we rip it. Have you sprayed your pot? No. It's not made out of chocolate. It's made out of soul sand. Slash replace. This is orange wool with create. No, let's do. Now I need to do ratios, right? Let's do 60% create cut underscore diorite. We'll do 30 would put me at 90. Let's do 20%. Create cut diorite bricks. Right. Then after that we do 10%. No, let's do 15%. Calcite. Just to add a little bit of a lighter color in the wall. And then 5%. 5% diorite itself to do the opposite and add a little bit of shadows into the wall. I want to see what it looks like if I do it fully random. And then we can always change it later. Look, I know it's not perfect. I'm gonna undo it, but I like the color. The red is gonna go. That's gonna become copper. So is the green. And then for the flat roof over here, I think we do deep slate again. I love the red roof. I know, but I know it's not gonna be copper. It's gonna become glass. I want a glass dome on it. So the red roofs are gonna be replaced with weathered iron. Basically gonna do this. Right. You want a red roof? I don't know about that, Chief. Maybe not the lower end, but I want a dome on there, a glass dome on there. Keep the red on the side. That's gonna be way too busy. Let's first of all, let's undo. And then let's just replace orange wool with cut diorite for now. Cut diorite, so we have a base to work off of, right? And then we can fill in these holes right here. And then we'll add some texture in there. Sometimes you need to change. I know, but hey. Are these all full blocks? They are, okay. They are. Keep the red, bro. We're not doing Red Bull, that's for sure. Look at that, though. Look at that, though. And the fact that it's like, it's got that randomized texture to it is pretty nice. Oh, there goes the camera. Of course it does. It's been a normal hot day for this time of year, so it kind of makes sense. Okay, and then, you know what? Let's see. Can I make a decent crimsite? That's gonna be so... It's gonna be almost purple. Mangrove? Mangrove, maybe with some planks in there. And some netherrack.
Please, I beg you, do not take away the red. It is essential, irreplaceable, and losing it would cause irreparable harm. Its presence matters more than anything else right now. I am pleading sincerely, let the red remain. Removing it would be a serious mistake. For the sake of everything important, keep the red where it belongs.
I'm replacing it. With mangrove. Yeah. 20%. Mangrove planks. I don't like the texture of wool. 20%. Netherrack. What do we think? Like that. There we go. Okay. What do we think, chat? You happy now? You happy now? I am gonna put copper in here, just so you know. Because I do want this to kind of tie back into those buildings as well. Right? We're still making a town, so... I know you said you would make the green wall domes and weather windows. Weather ones, like I'm probably gonna turn them copper, because I think if I do those copper as well, it's gonna kind of frame in that red as well. So I feel like if I make them copper, it's gonna look better. But as you can see, this will need a lot of copper. Go. Putting some weathering in the roof. And then that we'll have to disguise with a little bit cheating. We'll put in a, I'll probably put in a false roof. Kinda don't like it being on the inside and on the outside. Go. I probably should be doing this from the inside. That would make things a lot easier. But hey, difficult works as well. Yeah, see, I like them being copper. Right? The copper is nice. Copper windows don't exist? No, they don't. Which I know they would look better, but they don't exist in the game. I mean, you have these guys, but you don't have the framed ones. We have acacia windows, but they're very tiny. There we go. That's a good-looking building right there, chat. That's a good-looking building. Even if I say so myself. Why don't you use corner stairs? Because corner stairs don't do well in a dome. They, like right now, it's a good dome. If you use corner stairs, these guys will look weird here. Right? This angle would look weird. The inner corner? No, same thing. If you would look at it from this way, then that corner right there would look weird. It wouldn't be a bowl anymore. Imagine if some kind of copycat was added to vanilla builders. I have already said this. If people always complain about Minecraft not having enough variants of different blocks, right? Like copper stairs or terracotta stairs, stuff like that, right? I've said this multiple times. If Minecraft were to add copycats to vanilla, you would, one, fix the problem that all blocks don't have a variant. Plus, you would not clutter up the inventory as much as you would adding a variant for every block. So it's a win-win situation. I've already said that once. No, I used to say that in my old series. Just... that kind of works. This is just gonna be our doorway. Go work at Mojang? No, I'm not good enough to work at Mojang. So what I want to do for the door, right, is have these really thick wooden doors. So we would have this guy sitting all the way over here. Enable connected textures for the door archway here. I mean, we could use these, but then the problem is that it would look kind of weird. Or what we could do, if we want to like kind of trick your eyes into believing connecting textures, is use bricks instead of so you change these to bricks and then change all of these to bricks as well. Right. I'm gonna be honest here, I think Mojang just mostly better again. The only massive games. Oh no, I'm not saying Mojang does a bad job. I say that if they want to work on adding textures for every or variants for every block in the game, they can do that by just making a system like copycats. They don't have to. They do whatever they want. I'll be happy. I'll still play the game. But that's a way that they could fix it without having to massively overhaul their texture base. No, let's put you over here. And then we're gonna glue this all together. We only need to glue one door together. So, this one is the one that's gonna be open. The other one I wanna keep closed. Now we put a bearing in here. Grab a valve. Place when anchor is destroyed. Yeah, and then the other door is gonna be. So we have to open it a little more. Can I change that angle to... What's the half of 45? It's 22 and a bit, right? You know what? We could open them both up. We could open them both up. I wouldn't be angry about that. What do you think of shelves? The item shelves? I think it's a good block. I like it. I haven't played with them in game. I don't know how to craft them. I don't know how to make them look good. But I feel like they have potential. They definitely have potential. Yeah, I like that. I like it. And then we could technically open and close them. Gonna sleep though. Good stream. Yeah, we've done a lot of work. So in here, I want to put some statues. Right, so in here I want to put... Do I do straw statues? Probably, right. Can I not? Why can I not put them in here? Huh? Huh, strange. I can put them in the corner, but not in here. No hitboxes. What else do we have? This one always good one. Let's make him a little bigger. Just so he feels, so 7.3 is what we want. And then we'll give him egg 9.8. Dude, I need like my skin in like a statue form. Should make him gold, yeah. I like it though. Then have another one on the other side. The scale is 7.3. That's what we decided on. His Z position needs to go right there. X needs to come forward a little bit. Poses. Can I mirror this? Right, can I mirror this so his other arm is up? Probably not, right? I'm gonna have to manually do it, I think. Wait, can I not change his... There. Oh, I can mirror. That. There we go. There we go. And then we do need a little bit of a Y rotation. He's facing forward a little bit. Egg 9.8. There we go. There we go. beautiful. As it should be. And then we'll have the name in there. It's a nice looking building, I know, right? I feel like these would do good not being weathered. Right, just have a little bit of a difference hue to it. It needs a little bit of texture, but it looks good. Do you ever share your Minecraft world with your family? I mean, they've seen it, sure. Are they? Am I actively showing them? Sometimes. What's going on? What's going on? Nothing important. Okay, let's do that. I mean, sure, but they don't see this as... It's not... They see this as a game, not as a how do I say this? They don't see this as a valuable time investment, right? Which I get. For them, like they don't think the way I do. That's normal. Creative expression. Yeah, but making art is also not something that they think is a valuable time investment. Unless you earn money with it, right? Unless you can look at it this way: if you can make a living out of it and live comfortably, they'll happily accept it as a job. But as long as it's not, it's just a hobby. And they'll just go, oh, okay. And that's about it. That's about it. No, I don't like how it's too tight on that end. Do I have copycat stairs somewhere? I do. That very much depends on what kind of framing block I use. Also, we should honestly put in a floor on this, also a false ceiling on this. Let's do that first. Let's do the ceiling first. That makes more sense. On this, in these parts, it could just be a flat roof like so. Nobody's gonna see this. We can connect this guy up. We are gonna have to put some light in here though. But that's that, and then I feel like, how do I put a decent roof on this? Torches. So that's good. That's fine. Not a winner. Not a winner. That's good. Do I just go full blocks? I think I do, right? Let's do this, right? For now, inside of these little chambers, we'll do that, right? And then we'll put some torches down here, because otherwise things are gonna get very ugly in here. And I'm never gonna use these spaces. That I know. Maybe I'll use them to hide some redstone or something, but that's about it. So those two, right? And then I kind of wanted to bring a balcony all the way out to the central area. So why don't we grab a... Why don't we... Maybe not. Yeah, maybe we do like there. Yeah. Right? Something like that. Might actually work. Maybe we use wood instead so we have textures on all sides. Yeah, that kind of looks good. Of course, this will all be filled in with slabs. Probably should switch these out as well. See, this is now a little problem, although no, that works. Are you close to your siblings? I would think so, yeah. Like, do we call each other every day? No, but I would think we're close. We see each other regularly, so. The only thing that I see is a downside on the red roof, or on any roof, is that you can see it from the inside. So we will have to figure out a way to kind of cover this up without making it too bulky. Because that's going to make it so much more cleaner. Okay, and then we just fill these in. See, because that red is kind of not the best. I don't mind having that white in there, but if we could figure out a way to do this properly, and I assume that this would be our best way of doing it. So everywhere where we get, see, already not the best trick, but hey, if it works, it works. If it works, it works. Sure. We should put that in the offhand to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. And of course we still need to do this guy. Let's just do all the stairs first, and then we'll come back in with our copycat panels to do the straight edges. No, this, and then this guy. Okay, do I have any more? No, those are just gonna be, although maybe not. I'll wait with that for a second. This is where things get, this is where, if you're starting to detail stuff, this is where things get together, where you put in, like, I don't know, making your the inside of your walls look slightly different to the outside of your walls does help quite a bit with like conveying a sense of, I don't know, how do I say this? It helps differentiate your buildings from each other. And it doesn't look like you're just stepping in from one building to another. Right? It makes it look like you've thought about your insides as well, inside spaces as well as what it looks like on the outside. Okay, so that already 100 times better. right? In here, we might do that, but then a slab in the middle. Just so we have a little bit of that height differentiation, right? Kind of climbs up a little bit. It's a little detailed, but it does help. Look at this, though. Oh, I love it. The little blue accent on the top as well. Now, we do have to do something about here. Which I am kind of tempted to put like a chandelier about 1, 2, 3 blocks in, right there. On every corner. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. I mean, this is not on the server. This is on a creative copy, so I wouldn't know. But we can go and take a look later today. When I'm properly built out. Trying to kind of match that to each other. That's close enough. That's close enough. And then we'll do chain. We'll keep those on hand. Copycat you. Because I want to make more of these, but then make them brass colored so that they match. Let's do brass now. Right? That's kind of the plan. Okay. Okay. Just to put a little bit of a color variation in there, we'll do... Oh, I need to do blocks first, so we'll put in our candles first. Otherwise, you can't place them. What kind of candles do we want? Black? I feel like black would do well. Oh, dude, you for real? We're really gonna do that? Gonna do me dirty like that? Wait, did I not put a chain in here? I didn't. You know. Like, those look good. The problem is that little corner. Which we'll probably be able to solve with like a shelving unit in there. Because if I think if I bring this up like 1 block, we're good. But I don't want to lower them down further than I have to. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Would it look better if we changed out the center for a darker color? Yeah, that kind of looks better. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to figure out. Maybe I'll do some benches around here with some candles. Maybe some vending machines. But overall, I like the way it's looking. I like the way it's shaping up. And then over here, right? We'll set up our escalators. Let's see where. So we start with a slab on the ground. Maybe I should wait until until I actually have an idea on what I want to do in there. That works. Although I did want to do like the little step up with the textured blocks, but we could do it so we could do something like that. What would look good as like a, because we did dark prismarine, but I don't think not too shabby actually. And then from here on out, it's just escalators, I guess. We just go down until we hit the level we want to hit. We'll have to go underneath this, right? You know what we could do instead of making 2 underground chambers is we could have this be our downwards escalators, right? And then on the other side we could have them coming back up. And then just make one big room underneath. Right? Yeah, see, that's... I'm not mad about this, but we are gonna have to take, like, extra care if we're trying to delete something that we're not hitting any of the redstone. Let's say we take 3 blocks buffer. This is our top. How tall did I make that in total? How large is this room in total? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that would mean well, 3 blocks buffer is nothing, right? But then again, we do have, if we just take away this floor, we do have enough space above it. So 3, 4, let's do 4. Because that is big enough for me to hide something in. So this would be the roof, right? And this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to be a long escalator, but I don't know. We'll see. Filling this back up. This will all be... I'm probably going to push all this back one. So I'm going to have to do some changes to the redstone. I have to do some changes to the redstone. Okay, that's tall enough. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to push this back one more. So all of this needs to go. Well, needs to go. No, I'm gonna have to switch these around, I think. I'm just gonna have to put you over here. 46. Right. Okay. Okay, let's see. Because I'm gonna need all of this. That also needs to go. How can we avoid using a Huh. We could do you right there. And one right here. I'll have to figure out another way to power these, but there we go. And then we do boop, boop, right there. And then I can fill this in right there. Beautiful. There we go. Take out this wall entirely. Oh, right, the camera's broken. I have only 2 cameras now. Hello. Hello. Hello, Mr. Barebuns. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hope you had a good day. Doing well. I'm doing well. We've made a lot of progress on this. This is a creative copy though, so we are prepping for a build on the server, which looks like this. And it's a bit of a casino. So we have some games in here that the server mates are going to be able to play. We've got coin pushers in here. We've got slots in there, and then we have a chance game with a chicken over there. Yeah, that's what we've very fancy. It is very fancy. And then I'm gonna install some escalators downwards because I want to add poker and blackjack as well. So we'll have an underground game room. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I don't know. Yeah, you'll see. Eventually we'll get there. Eventually we'll finish it. Okay. I don't know if you guys know what server this is gonna go on, but this is gonna go on the Just Create SMP, so that people like Mr. Beerstone and Foxy can give me more of their diamonds. Cause I don't know. Gotta run, but I'll be like, okay, navigator sim. Yeah, sure. Do whatever you need to do. Okay. This is very rough right now, but we're mostly trying to figure out like where I want to go with this, how deep I want to go, how big I want to make that room. So like the landing pad, let's do this, right? First of all, am I gonna make it all the way up? Because if I can't make it all the way up, there's no point in me going this deep. Okay, no. Is that the furthest you can? We can change it in configs. Right? Create. Is that logistics? No. In infrastructure? No. Kinetics? Max belt length. Let's make it 40. See if that helps us. Yeah, okay. So we'll have to check on the server how far we can do it, but I hope it's set to at least 40. I think we have it set because there's some long belts on the server. But that is gonna be the length of our escalators. That's just a little side project right now, so like literally it's to the side of the building. Mr. Bjorn has a total of 9 diamonds. He has more. I've paid him more diamonds. Okay. So that, and then we'll have a different texture on the walls going down. And then we'll have a similar setup over there. What I want to do first, before I keep going on that, is figure out this place, how we can make this look a little fancier. I do have this right here, so what we could do is continue that, which I do like. The question is, how do we continue it? Do we just... Yeah, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. But we also need to figure out staircases. Yeah, I like that. He claimed to have spent it all on... I mean, it makes sense, but also don't trust just anyone, you know? We could do staircase over here. Right, on both sides. We are gonna run into problems at this with the chandeliers though, but let's just grab a random slab, see if how we can. No, wait, that's actually kind of perfect. Yes, it takes a little bit away from the chandelier. Maybe I make it out of a different pillar. Maybe we do this. And then we'll use a darker slab as well. No, before I build it all up. Yeah, that kind of works. It kind of takes, it kind of blends, not blends in, but it's not as noticeable. And the chandelier still contrasts with the entire build. Okay, so that should now walk us all the way up here. Yes. And then it's just a matter of putting a bit of a rail on it. Not too much, just a little. Come on. Okay, and then we still need to do this one. Boom, staircase. Nothing fancy, but it kind of works. And we have to do the same thing over here though. Did I start? Yes, I started here. Oh, that's not. Come on. Come on, X, keep focus. Trying to keep focus. Right, I think that's about it. I probably won't put staircases on those sides, just on this end of the thing. But we can now go up. And I think that's still doable. Yes. Set up. A little shape over here to make it safe for us. Right, need to go. Bye bye. So safety is #1 priority. And if you know that reference, you're old, just like me. Safety is #1 priority. Yeah, that works. That works. I think. So what have we done? We've figured out this system over here, so that now works. We made a fountain. We kind of finished all of this. We still have to do some of these right here, but that kind of works. And then we've made sure that this all works. Is it all spawn proof now? This is. Okay. I'm gonna ask Mr. Trollash and Mr. Chosen if they wanna, well, Chosen to sell his sweet treats over here, and then Trollash to sell his builder's tea. I do want to get that window in here as well. That's what. Four, right? Yeah, it's 4. That's the height, right? Yes. Okay, I think that is gonna be annoying. Can I? Oh, that's that's not good. Well, if I change all of these to boards, but then I can't put bars on it. Huh. I'll figure something out, I guess. I'll figure something out. But that's gonna be it for today, I think, because I'm getting a little tired, and I do still need to take out trash and stuff. What time is it? It's that's doable. That's doable. Let's see. Checklist. That looks good. That looks good. We can tick that off the list. Can tick that off the list. Looking good to me. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I sure have. I hope to see you back on Thursday. There's no video on Wednesday because we had one last week. And yeah, I'll see you all Thursday. Bye.